Hello everybody, Captain Marty here. It's Friday, August the 7th, and we are rolling into our tournament weekend over at Pirates Cove Marina in Dare County, Manio, on the Manio Nags Head Causeway. Tomorrow we'll have registration and the rules meeting and a big kickoff for the Alice Kelly tournament. That's the ladies tournament. And then we lay in on Tuesday. We lay in on Monday. Tuesday through Friday, we'll have the Pirates Cove Billfish Tournament. But more about those details and what's going on in Ocean City when I come back in just a moment.
Red Drum Tackle in Buxton is the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras. And being the closest tackle shop to Cape Point, Red Drum Tackle has been welcoming fishermen to Hatteras Island with a wide selection of bait and tackle, skilled custom rod builds, rod and reel repair, expert knowledge and information since 1974. Red Drum Tackle knows how, when, and where to fish. To acquire this fishing brain power, visit them online at reddrumtackle.com. Red Drum Tackle, the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras and the closest to Cape Point in Buxton.
Ahoy there, folks. Captain Ben Brown here, and I want to invite you aboard the Miss Organella 2. She's a modern 60-foot headboat outfitted with the latest top-quality safety and fishing equipment. We make multiple trips per day out of the world-famous Organella Fishing Center. Visit missorganella.com or call us today at 252-441-6301, extension 1. So ditch the beach for a bit and set sail with the Miss Organella 2.
All right, so before we get to tournament talk, let's talk about what happened with our offshore fleet yesterday. The guys down in Hatteras doing what they do every day, and they're picking out a good day of fishing on blackfin tuna, wahoos, and I saw a 60-pounder yesterday down there. Some nice mahi or dolphin bites on bailers. Bailers are the smaller fish, as you know, if you're a regular listener. Those are 3 to 8 pounders. You can catch a lot of them in a hurry, which is why they're so highly desired. You can catch 50 or 60 of those in 10 minutes with the right crew. When you find them, they love to hang around stuff that's floating on the surface. So you find that, you're in the meat. Bluefish, sharks, and Spanish mackerel closer to shore for them. Nothing new there. At Oregon Inlet, really great bill fishing yesterday, and that is good gold. Please let that hang on for these ladies on Sunday. I think we're going to be all right on the weather, but there was some great catches. The Country Girl, Charles Foreman, looked like he had, I couldn't tell if it was 12 or 13 billfish, a mixture of white marlin and sailfish, but I saw a lot of boats with 7 or 8 whites. I saw a couple boats with blue marlin, a lot of sailfish in the catches, just what you want to see right ahead of your major local tournament. So that is all good. Meat fishing was pretty good too. They've been catching a few of the larger size yellowfin, a few. They've been tile fishing on the bottom, catching some of them, and they also have found good mahi fishing in the fleet. We'll get on back to the tournament in just a second, but let me just tell you the surf and pier report holds about the same. There's not a lot to talk about. Jeanette's Pier had a decent bite on bluefish yesterday morning. There's been some pompano down around Ramp 55 on Hatteras, some bluefish down there as well. Just about everywhere seeing sea mullet, croakers, scattered flounder, and the aforementioned pompano. And one thing they're seeing a lot of is sharks. Really, if catching a shark is on your bucket list, your local tackle shop will rig you up really quickly on how to do that. And, you can go catch them. You'll probably catch and release it. But it is a lot of sharks, and some of them are 6, 7, 8 feet long. And catch one of those on a surf rod. The sharks are really strong fish to fight. And there are a lot of them going along up and down the beach. And no, don't worry, they're there. They've been there since the Wright brothers. A few of them before the Wright brothers. So it's not something you have to worry about. They're coastal sharks, and mostly they're pretty small. If they bite you, they're only going to take a toe or something like that. That's it. Anyway, I'm kidding, of course. We'll take a little break right here. I'll come back and talk to you about the backcountry fishing, which is improving, and a little update from Ocean City.
Let's be real. No one wants to deal with nasty varmints like mice, roaches, creepy crawlies, and critters. Leave that work to the experts at Outer Banks Pest Control. Outer Banks Pest Control is the best on the beach when it comes to eradicating those unwanted creatures. They've been in business for over 25 years with well over 100 years of combined exterminating experience. Specializing in both commercial and residential properties, Outer Banks Pest Control has all the tools and equipment necessary to take on any pesky job. They pride themselves on top quality customer service and workmanship. Hey, if it ain't red and yellow, it's just some coattail riding fella. Outer Banks Pest Control, the best on the beach with a proven track record of excellence since the year 2000 and online at outerbanks-pestcontrol.com.
So we have been having a pretty good drum bite on the backside in the sound of Ocracoke with some 35 to 45 inch drum down that way. We're seeing drum in and around Oregon Inlet now in some pretty fair numbers. Backside of Hatteras, up and down the island, guys going out there in boats at night are catching drum, and in the daytime they're catching bluefish. We got drum south of Wanchese. I mean, the big drum are starting to show up everywhere. That's really, really good. I mean, it's a lot of it is nighttime fishing, and it requires a little common sense and a little bit of know-how. If you're going to go out there at night, make sure you're legal and got the proper lights, the proper life preservers and whatnot. But it's definitely pretty good. Maybe the best sound fishing, backcountry fishing we've had since spring. So that's really, really good news. And I mentioned I'd talk to you real briefly about Ocean City. The 53rd annual Ocean City White Marlin Open is underway, and that big money is for the largest white marlin, which is the smaller of the marlin. And I think that the cut it has to be at least 70 pounds. There was one caught yesterday exactly 70 pounds. But it got bumped. That was a 70-pounder that on the bullpen that got bumped. And the money he had yesterday now goes to the Mr. Pete, who had an 80-pound white marlin worth $3,598,000, $443.40. Don't want to forget the 40 cents. And so the bullpen fish, now that bumped them down to $2,038,872. And there is a blue marlin on the board worth a lot of money, but it's not the big money in that tournament. But it's holding 607.50 pounds on the max bet. That fish, if it holds up, will be worth $1,260,248. So the way that works, it's 6 fishable days. Tomorrow will be the last fishable day. Most of the boats will have fished out. During that 6 days, from Monday through Saturday, you fish your choice 3. And because a lot of those boats want to get back for the Pirates Cove tournament, most of them will fish out today. Although there will always be a few that, depending on what's going on, will fish right up to the buzzer on Saturday. And we've had it in the past for boats to run at night to get back down to Nag's Head, Oregon Inlet for our tournament. And speaking of our tournament, we are ready to roll. So we'll just talk about the Alice Kelly. That will be on Sunday. But you can come out and walk the dock and see all the colorful boat decorations and the colorful ladies as a lot of them wear costumes and team outfits and they get ready to go fishing. We're hoping for 150 boats. We may get more than that, we hope. It's really the largest tournament in Dare County if you go by boat count and by angler count. So we'll roll with that. They will fish on Sunday, and then you can also come in. I would come down around between 4 and 5 o'clock, and you can check out things around the dock and see what's going on at the scales. They will be weighing some meat fish, but releasing all the billfish. Anyway, that's all going on Sunday. We'll keep you posted, and we'll let you know how you can participate in all that. And then we'll roll in next week to one of my favorite events of the year, which is the Pirates Cove Billfish Tournament. Been part of that one for 21 years now in one form or another. So it'll be a lot of fun. Come out and see us. Be careful along the beaches. If you're doing that nighttime fishing, please use common sense. Make sure you have somebody that's not drinking. This is true for any kind of boating, not drinking alcohol while you're out there on the water. You need a designated driver on boats. A lot of people are surprised to hear that. But anyway, go out, be safe, have fun, and let the good Lord bless you richly.